Hello, everyone. In this very short and sweet video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up an email sequence, reminder sequence, confirmation sequence, post-event sequence, all of that good stuff. Recap sequence for your events or your in-person stuff or whatever. And also how to set up an SMS sequence, mainly for events, but you could also create, like, you could just restructure it's the same process for doing one-on-ones if you want to set something up for it. As well as if you're starting a newsletter or sending up reminder emails or whatever, this is how you set up emails in Go High Level. All right, like that's the one we're using. It's related to your funnels, your website can be in it, all of that stuff. Plus the platform I'm talking about over here, and there's a reason why I like it, and this is the reason. You can do everything from it. So remember in the previous video when we were breaking down the sequence for emails for whatever book, 100 million money models or something like that. That's the one we did over here, right? Not this one. So Alex Hormozy's book, when he launched the book, you would get this, where's the confirmation? Yeah, your registered email, and then in case you missed, and then upgrade, and then here's what to expect, and then 48 hours left. And then 24 hours left, and then launch bonus expires, or we just did this thing, and then the bonus ends in 60 minutes, and then everything else. So how do you do all of this? That's what I'm going to cover right now. As well as how do you send SMSs, because SMSs are one of the most important things. These days, emails don't work as well. Emails work really well, but SMS reminders are like equally important. Without SMS reminders, your show up rates don't perform as well. Just take it from you, somebody who's done a lot of these experiences. Um, but SMSs just have to be short and sweet. So you just tell them event is starting now, or 7 days are left, or you're confirmed with the date of the Zoom link or something like that, right? Or the actual in-person details. Now, we already showed the document. Now, there are two kinds of emails. There are time-based emails. There are like automations, and then there are broadcasts or one-off emails that you can send later. So automations are like as soon as somebody signs in, they automatically get a confirmation email, and then 20 minutes later, they get an upsell offer, and then 1 day later, they get some other email, which could be any of these pre-event survey or behind the scenes, or like you set these emails in a sequence pretty much. That's what I'm talking about. So they happen after at a set sequence once somebody comes in. Now, these emails that are reminders or broadcasts, they happen once off, like they happen on the exact date, and you can schedule the email on that date, right? Because it's like set to, it's not based on after a certain action is taken. There's no sequence or workflow there. It's just like one-off email. The 36 hours, at a 36-hour mark, you can schedule an email to be sent. At 24-hour mark, you can schedule an email to be sent. And this is how you do it. So you want to go high level, which is over here. So this is what your home page of Go High Level should look like, right? In the left-hand side, if you scroll down, there should be this tab that says marketing. You can also do this with automation, but I'll just cover marketing for the time being. So let's show you the easiest thing to do. You go to the emails, and over here, to send these one-off emails that you send at a specific date, for example, let's suppose I want this, where's the 48 hours? Yeah, let's say I want to copy this 48 hours, what you need to know. So I'm just going to copy this thing for the time being. Let's go to, again, to the email marketing tab, and then you can click here where it says create a campaign, and you can select blank or select an email marketing templates. This is for those of you that like these fancy designs. So let's suppose I pick this one. And then you just click continue, and they add the template pretty much. Now, honestly, blank emails are just as fine. You don't need to worry about sending fancy stuff. And so the email is loading. The template is loading. Honestly, I don't need this. So I'm just gonna delete this thing. I mean, it's just like editing a funnel, so you can just change the text and everything else over here. Here's the delete button. Thank you. I was finding that. So anyways, over here it should say, let's, I mean, you can just change the direction of what to do at the button on the left-hand side. So actions URL, and you paste the URL over here, and you can change the color from here, and it's like all of that stuff. change the footer or just delete the entire section entirely. In regards to like this is sort of the body, I believe, so you can change the logo at the top if you want to add an element. It's just like editing a funnel, but honestly, to not complicate things or not have to worry about email sliders or products or all of this weird stuff that just makes life weird. Let's just paste the text over here. So in this case, we're going to go back to Hormozy's email, which is monetization. Are you ready for this thing? And we are just going to copy. And like these buttons, where you just download your calendar invite that you could generate. Give me a second. Let me show you how to do that. Actually, let's just set this up first. This is just the URL where you can redirect them to, right? And here you can paste the invite link. But anyways, let's go back to the email that we were editing, and I'm gonna take all of this text and I'm gonna replace this with Hormozy. So whatever template you have, you could just paste this over here. And it automatically did all of this that don't need to care about. Now I'm gonna click on send or schedule, right? Over here, we are gonna select schedule as the thing. Like if you want to send it at a specific date, you select schedule, right? And schedule out, and over here you can select the time. So I might select it at 23 at whatever 9:15 a.m. Time zone is automatically set based on your profile's time zone. So if you go to your settings in your account, where you will select the address and everything, that's where you should have your time zones. From email, you probably watched the previous or some other video on how to add emails, but you will likely already have an email. So mine is hello at the project starlit.com, and that one is verified. Sender name doesn't need subject line. We can paste the subject line over here, which was 48 hours. What do you need to know? So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to go back over here. So you paste the subject line, preview text. Optional, doesn't really matter if you don't want to complicate things too much. You can like preview this in browser as well, but let's not worry about it. You can attach files, but don't. It messes up your spam rates sometimes. And preview text display, let's just ignore this for the time being. And then here, who are you going to send it to? So you can click on choose contacts from a tag, and hopefully you have created a tag for, I mean, I don't want you to manually add contacts to be here. Instead of all contacts, you can just click on plus and then search contacts. And here you can select whatever person you want to add. But we are not going to do that. I'm just going to close this thing because you want to add a whole tag. So you just click on choose contacts from a tag. You click on plus, and we just added this select tag and this test tag or whatever different tags that you had for your workflows that you made for the people who were signing up to the form, right? Now, yes, include them. Should contacts linked with this tag between now and the send date be included in this campaign? Yes. Because if this is ongoing and you've set this like 2 weeks in advance and more people will sign up for the event in the future, then you just include everybody who signs up in the future as well, right? So that's how you do that. Um, you can like track your clicks. Um, we don't need to worry about this. We don't need to worry about this right now either. And then you just schedule it, which we are not going to do. But that's literally it. Let me delete these things. Actually, no. But yeah, so then you just schedule it and you just change the name to whatever you want to be. So this is how you send out one-off emails. This is it. It's literally this simple. You can play around with it, you can test it and just send it to one contact to get the feel of it. But then you just can just select the whole lists and the whole tags of the sequences on your list and just send it to them. If you don't know how to add people to it, like you can just literally go to automations and just pick an automation and add everybody to a tag or just do it from the contact section. Anyways, so that's the first thing. Now we're going to go back to the email builder and back again. And now we're going to look at how to send automations or like how to send like date specific emails, like you're confirmed and everything. You can do this from automation or you can do this from workflow campaigns, which literally takes you to automation. Like if I click here, it will take me to automations. So I'll just click here instead. And then now in automations, I'm just going to click on create a workflow and then I'm going to click start from scratch. And then we're gonna name this workflow whatever you want, Spider-Man. And then the first thing you add is a trigger. Now, most of you, if you were directing people to a form on your like funnel, you will likely have this option here which will say form submitted. So you select form submitted. This is if you're following my structure. If you're doing something else, like if you want to have some other trigger like contact created, or like you could just do a lot of things here, but let's like Facebook lead form, if that was added or something like that. Um, but let's not worry about that right now. Let's just select form submitted, and then you select add filters, and over here you select form is, so you can specify the form so it doesn't send to every single person who sets a form. And let's just pick like fitness giveaway funnel one, for example. So that's the form we picked. And then it's to the side, it's over here and save trigger. You can add multiple triggers. So for example, if I had like a Facebook form, Facebook lead form submitted, I can select that, but I don't really have any feed like lead form connected right now. So it doesn't really matter. Confirm. And then you do another thing, which is here's where you can add a tag. Add contact tag, and then select tags. You can select existing, or you can literally type a new one here, which says Spider-Man. Add a new tag, Spider-Man. And then you save this action, and now you click on plus, and then over here you can just go on and then just select send email. And then over here you can select from whoever, Varys. So this will be the name from the email. Here you will select hello uh, at the project. Whatever your email that you have registered, starlit.com. So this is the from email. Subject, you paste the subject. If you want to select a template, you can uh, select none because you don't have a template over here. But generally just add a subject, which is whatever. So this one would be you are confirmed. So I'll just make this easier for you guys. So let's just go back and copy the details of the you're confirmed email because I am lazy and I don't want to make a new one. You're registered. Save this email. So let's just copy the subject. Again, I'm not sending this. Okay, so don't worry. But I just paste this here, save this email. Message over here. I'm gonna go back to Harmozzi's, copy the whole damn thing. Doesn't matter. Go back over here. Again, do use your own here. I'm just doing this to give you an example. And our email is pasted. We're not gonna attach anything. We are not gonna test anything. And then we're gonna just save this action pretty much. Right. Um, Generally on that note, if you go to settings, over here you can select the time zone, which is the account time zone, um, or their time zone, as well as sender details from email. You can select like a specific email that is yours to be for everybody, or if you're selecting a number, you can select a phone number from here, but let's not worry about that right now. Doesn't really matter because you just have one email and one phone number, right? And then so this is the email, and this way you can set up a sequence that they receive emails at a certain, so like this one was sent pretty much immediately, right? Give me a second. Let me pause this. Yeah. So the next thing you do is once you want to add a time delay, you add this new thing over here where I could say time. I literally forgot. Wait. Yes, this wait thing. And you can set here wait for time delay or event when time or overdue or CRM events, but we don't need, just select time delay. And we are gonna make it one, and we just make this day. Uh, and we save this action. So we wait for 1 day, and then we send them another email that says invite a friend, right? And 2 days later, you can add another time delay, and then you can send them another email, right? This is how you do it. Also, for confirmation SMSs, just like this, if I click on plus, over here you could select send SMS and just send them an SMS. An SMS template, we don't have any. So just message and keep this under 160 characters. Don't write long, otherwise they'll like you'll be charged double, especially if you have a larger list. So you are confirmed for the book launch date, and then I might say link, whatever, and then we're not adding any files. And then you save the action. That's it. And then you just save this from here and you just publish the damn thing. And I will have to delete this later, but wait. Which form have I selected? We're deleting this. Ah, okay, let's just pick a random one. Like hiring, save, because nobody's gonna come on that one. Anyways, nobody really cares. So we just save this thing and then we go back to workflows. And we're gonna stop sharing, and that's it. Now, for those of you who are wondering, how do you send one-off SMSs? I will cover that in the next video.